Groose is one of the best characters out there.
I fucking love Groose.
I fucking love Groose. Old Impa is super interesting, like just thematically.
I love both versions of Impa so much.
And Fi, I know she's annoying, but Fi is adorable.
I thought so too. Definitely is annoying every few minutes being like, yo, your batteries are dying. And it's like, Fi, shut up, I know. But I love you.
I would do many things to you, even if you would cut my dick apart.
Yeah, she would. No, the ending of that game where she like goes back into the sword and it's like,
yeah,
it fucks me up. And usually Zelda games at the end are like, oh, like, you know, they tug at my heartstrings. I've never cried during a Zelda game. You know, like some of my friends have said like, oh, Twilight Princess made them cry because of like Midna and everything.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
not really for me. But Skyward Sword, that one fucked me up at the end because
you've been with Fi. She's been annoying, but she's been there for you.
Not even that though. It's like every Link has had Fi with them.
Yeah.
Everyone, all of them, because she's in the sword. She is the sword. So it's like that fucked me up because it's like holy shit. And it's like they don't really like it's implied, you know, of course, you know, but it's like it's just one of those things where I sat down and thought about it and I was like, damn, dude,
Can
like
you imagine
that was good
if
shit.
in fucking Breath of the Breath, like you actually got to meet Fi again?
Like even if it's just a small interaction.
If it's a small interaction, like her being like all rusted and shit with the Master Sword, like that would have been awesome.
Yeah, like when you go to restore it and like Link hears like this otherworldly voice talking to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think it's coming from the sword. And it's like even that would have been really cool because it would have been a nice callback. Like,
because they do a bunch of callbacks. Like they didn't have to include the Rito. You know, I understand like they need 4 champions, so obviously they would include the bird people. You know.
Yeah.
And also giving Sean Chiplock one of his best roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, seriously, like if they went through all that trouble to include the fan service, you know, and including the no, not the sale, like including several other things in the world, right? Mm-hmm. I think they would have had like
because like the other guide characters wouldn't really make sense because it's like the King of Red Lions. Why would the King of Red Lions is the King of Hyrule? We already met him, you know. And the King of Hyrule is always around, so it's not necessarily the same person. And it's like, obviously you can't have Navi.
No.
That'd be, I mean, you could have a fairy named Navi, but that wouldn't really be the same character, obviously. And then, of course, you have Tattle and Tail, or Tattletale, I guess. But it's like...
Yeah, it's Tattle and Tail.
But it's like, you wouldn't... Again, it wouldn't be the same character.
No.
And if it was, that'd be some fucking weird time travel bullshittery going on, you know?
And we already have Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, maybe you could have Midna, but again, I don't think it'd be the same character. It
wouldn't be the same character. It's
no,
like, or the
but
Twily,
like
at least.
With Fi, though?
Absolutely she should have been there.
Fi would have totally worked, and it could have been the exact same character, because she's an immortal fucking sword being.
And she would have known who the hero was.
Yeah, of course. So it's like, it makes
fucking
sense that, like, that she could at least make a small appearance.
Fuck.
Kind of like in Persona with, what's his face? Fuemon. Is that his fucking name? I don't know. The original guy who would give you your personas from like 1 and 2.
Oh, Igor.
No, not Igor. The butterfly guy.
I haven't played Persona 1 and 2.
Oh, no? I think his name is Fuemon or Philemon. He's in the later games he doesn't appear anymore, but he's the butterfly that you always see. Until 5, where the butterfly is just Lavenza, which is
that's cute.
Kind of weird that they changed it. Oh yeah.
Me and one of my former friends that I talked about, we just called her Spoiler Lolly.
Oh my god.
Well, because you know her existence is a spoiler.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So we just called her Spoiler Lolly.
Oh my god.
She's adorable.
Yeah, she's cute.
One of the jokes with that old friend is that, you know, she was a very petite, you know, girl, right? Mm-hmm. She's 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
So we always called her the legal lolly, like especially after she turned 20.
Yeah.
Or 21.
Yeah. That's fucking fantastic. But
she's not gonna watch this, but we were in a hotel room together and I saw things.
Oh.
It's not a big deal. But I remember her parents, they came to see her to check up on her, like in the hotel room, and they called her a whore because, you know, I'm just sitting there on my laptop working on some photos, right? I don't even care that she's half naked.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
You called her a whore?
yeah, right to her face, right in front of me.
Wow.
Fuck.
Man, some people just have no chill.
No, her parents had no chill.
Jesus. That's insane.
Oh, yeah. Where the hell do I go?
Oh,
there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
But, yeah, that was the thing. One of the vlogs that I have on my channel, I believe, has her in it. Yeah. That was before she started doing makeup and started giving a shit about her cosplays. I miss her. She was a good friend, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we're probably never going to be friends again.
That sucks.
No, but I remember I pissed her off a lot, and I whenever I said sorry to her, because I have a thing where I compulsively apologize.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that, but I always meant it every time, you know. But a lot of people think there's like, no, you don't mean it because you say it so much. This is like
You're saying it's so much that
it's
not-
watering the mean down.
It's
I get it.
It's disingenuous.
I get what they're saying, you
Yeah.
know, but it's like every time I say it, it's because I genuinely feel bad.
Yeah, you can't possibly understand it unless you yourself have gone through something like that. And it's like, no, you don't get it. Like, I'm saying it a lot because I'm scared that you're not getting the fact that I am sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
No, because my best friend Charlotte, I've told you about her before.
Mhm.
She gets mad at me because I apologize way too much, like especially to her, because I
Yeah.
never want to insult her or anything. She's my best fucking friend,
yeah.
you know.
What the actual fuck?
I know I'm supposed to.
I mean, I guess you used the hook shot.
No, I know I'm supposed to.
Well, not the
fucking-
hook shot.
There we go.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, at least they're not electric choo-choos.
Oh, fuck those things in particular.
Imagine having to fight a whole horde of them. Oh my god, they're like shadows in fucking Kingdom Hearts.
The best.
Stop hiding. Just come out. I'm sorry, I don't speak tree, sir. Oh my god, his fucking face. Bro, I don't speak tree.
Oh yeah, you have to be lifted up for it.
Excuse me, sir. Is this your dick? Mr. Tree, is this your dick I'm standing on?
No. No, that fucking. I had
think-
a bunch of cosplayer friends.
Do you think this is the Deku sprout?
I don't think it's the Deku Sprout necessarily, but like a descendant of the Deku Sprout, absolutely.
It could be. I don't remember where the fucking timeline is. I guess I could stand up and go look at the Hyrule Historia that's right back there,
I
but
don't fucking care, dude.
I
Like,
don't
The
give a shit.
timeline, I remember.
Timeline is stupid.
Didn't MatPat? I hate MatPat's
fucking
videos now,
MatPat.
but he was like, "Oh, this isn't how the timeline works." And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that's how a timeline works.
That's how a timeline works, sure, but the Zelda timeline,
It's fucked.
the Zelda timeline is like, they literally just came up with it on the fucking, maybe not on the fly, but it's
They
like,
probably put some thought into it, but like they definitely didn't sit there and be like, "Oh, this is what has been the idea for forever."
for
you
fucking
know?
20, like 30 years. No,
No.
obviously not.
Like it's been a thing.
Because some things make sense and plenty of other things don't. Like Wind Waker's like path. Okay. You know, Wind Waker becomes Phantom Hourglass and then it becomes Spirit Tracks. Well, that's an easy one. You guys,
Wind Waker obviously becomes Phantom Hourglass because you know,
Obviously.
because Phantom Hourglass references the events of Wind Waker, right?
it's right after
And Majora's Mask obviously follows
Ocarina.
after he gets
Yeah.
sent to the child timeline.
Yeah.
But what I'm wondering is like the adult timeline where Link stays an adult. That's never been an option.
Yeah.
You know, or a Link dies thing. That's
It's
never
always
been an
it's-
option.
It's just the fact that they added 3, not just like, oh, this is what happens in the child timeline, this is what happens in the adult timeline. No, they had to make it complicated and be like, this is what happens in the adult timeline if he loses, and this is what happens if he wins, and this is what happens once he goes back to being a kid. And I'm like, why'd you have to add an option for loss as an adult, but not an option for loss as a child?
Well, it's like there isn't even an option for loss because you know this is before multiple endings was like a super widespread thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
visual novels are a thing. You know, I like visual novels just as a
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah.
They're fun, but like
They certainly were not a fucking thing in N64 era Nintendo games.
no, like obviously they were a thing for SNES era
Yeah.
because there was a visual novels for the SNES. We're not reading, but who cares? We're talking.
It's fine. Doesn't matter. But
Excuse me.
yeah, the timeline is just so fucking weird, and especially like because like they added Breath of the Wild, and they're like, oh yeah, it fits in the timeline, but they haven't told us where.
Where?
Not to mention they changed the timeline.
Oh god.
I can't remember I don't know what the official new one is and what it changed, because if you look up Zelda Timeline online, you kind of start getting like a bunch of fan ones instead that add all these crazy fucking shit, like the original Zelda, how it has a second adventure.
Yeah.
And you can also apparently they added a ROM hack on that timeline that adds third adventure to the timeline, and I'm like, well, that's not real.
Why would you? Sorry, microphone. But why would you add a fan made thing? That's the thing.
I don't know much about third adventure. I don't remember. It's been years since I looked it up, because when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is third adventure?
One of the things that I think about when it comes to like the Zelda timeline is don't get me wrong, I think Skyward Sword is a genuinely good game. Like if you like decide to get up and stand. Oh, I left the island. I left the thing. Oh, look at you.
You cutie.
Yeah,
I love all of them.
is that Skyward Sword, like impaled as like, oh, it's hereditary, like you'll always be these people, or these descendants. I didn't like that, to be honest. You know,
it's a little strange, especially like when you play Wind Waker and it's like, well, you're not a reincarnation of anyone. You're just a dude.
I no, because the Ganon in this is fuck. Do I have to land on top of the tree?
No, you have to land on the other one,
Okay.
which is straight ahead of you.
Yeah, I know. I was just making sure I was doing things right. But I like the idea it could be just somebody, you know? Like, or maybe Zelda could be the hero.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But no, like Skyward Sword does like set
It's
up.
like it's always going to be a Link. Or
It's always Link, it's always Zelda, and it's always
an evil Ganondorf.
It's always Ganondorf.
Which, you know, but because this Ganondorf in Wind Waker, he's actually kind of interesting in my opinion.
I don't know much about this one.
He's like I don't know how to say it, but he's like he's a little deeper, you know? Like I remember him saying something about, oh, I sought, you know, like the Triforce for the winds, and you know, I coveted that wind. I mean, I always like read that as him being a deeper character than
what the hell?
let on. I fucked up. I was supposed to land on something.
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
What bothered me about it though is that it's like Demise is such a cool, like I fucking love Demise.
Oh, as a design. Oh my god.
I thought that was fucking amazing, because it was like I fully expected Groose to become some version of Ganondorf. You know, because he's like a character, he has red hair and everything, and it's like he's kind of antagonistic and everything, and I was like, yo, what if that like evil spirit thing possesses Groose and he becomes Ganondorf?
Oh man.
In the future. And I was like, yo, that would fuck me up. But it's like, it's kind of, I could kind of see it. And I remember at the time I was like, I could totally see that fucking working, you know? But then it was like, no, he actually starts helping Link and shit after hanging out with old lady Impa. And I was like,
that's cute too.
And I fucking loved that. That was a lot better than my original thing, because I would have been heartbroken if I had to fight Groose.
The Legend of Groups.
Please. But no, with Demise, it's like, I wish we'd gotten to see more of that, because like he's a god, you know, and like I get it, like you defeated God, so he's gonna reincarnate as like, you know, a humanoid character.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, Ganondorf has like powers too.
Dude.
Because like Twilight Princess, Xand thinks that he's a vengeful god.
Exactly.
You know? And it's like, well, where did he get that? Because it's not the Triforce of Power. I mean, as far as we know, isn't supposed to give you godlike powers like that. You know? So I don't know if they explained that in Twilight Princess or not. The only thing I remember Ganondorf wise from Twilight Princess is that he's the Ocarina of Time. Well, they're all the same fucking Ganondorf. Every game is the exact same Ganondorf, unlike Link, where it's like a different one. But ever since Ocarina, it's been the same fucking one. You know?
What I think about is like Demise himself. Like I feel like that should have been a different thing from Ganondorf, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe Ganondorf is the inheritor of the Triforce of Power, right? But I also think it's because like the Triforce is supposed to be like a good thing, right?
Yeah.
What if all three Triforces like were in the right hands, so to speak? you know? It's just that some people are suspect of, like, the power,
Yeah.
you know? Because
I wonder if we're ever going to see someone wield the entire Triforce.